Hello everyone and welcome to another match of Roulette Rivals 9 and one of the most unpredictable all-around matches I should say. Today, two-time runner-up MrMike faces off against Roulette League Division 4 winner, the Death Observer, over Santa Fortuna and New York, apparently not in this order because we have these early switch-ups. First it will be New York and then Santa Fortuna and then an undisclosed decider. And joining me on the shoutcast today is match admin GKPunk. Welcome.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going well for me. I hope it's going well for everyone. Of course, it's day number 3 of Roulette Rivals 9. Of course, it's still all fresh with all the tiny constant changes with the tournament, but it's the same old double elimination format. And of course, the tournament begins right here for these two competitors. And I think it's a very nice matchup to start their tourney with.
Yeah, very nice. MrMike picking New York. It's, lots of numbers on his plate for that. 11 and 6. It's some of those are probably the Cronkite report ones. We used to talk about that a lot. When that used to be very effective. Look at us now. The map records 215 buy in for fun. That's back in relevancy because New York is back to being normal again. By normal, without the restrictions for the secondary objective. But this spin is a bit complicated in for fun. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think the record will be broken here. Burial Dagger as Fired Banker. It's a nice disguise, but it is the, no doubt, hardest lethal melee to get.
Yeah, it's. Guess is that the one you can find in the locker?
It will
Which is
be
the one that's inside the vault itself?
exactly. So as players are going to start deposit box room, it will be in the room opposite. So Observer is going to get his first disc now, but let's see if Mike will do the same. No, Mike is going to go through this area which is allowed as a guard, but he still have to use his lockpick or similar item. I'm curious if he has a key because I don't think the crowbar opens it. Oh, he has a lockpick
No,
and
the
a
crowbar
crowbar.
doesn't. Yeah, I mean it's. Guess Trank's like the only thing you need to slot into your inventory for this one. No firearms. Bring
And
in as much as you want.
and as it's one target map, you will never have a loadout heavy spin, so at least one calmer, but probably even two there, as Mike has the lethal melee, but as he calmers Mateo, he stands right next to an Enforcer and is trying to catch it quickly, but Enforcer is also close.
Yeah. Oh, he's fine. That's the Trank thing. Bunch of suspicion meters went up, but that's what happens when you do an illegal thing. It's masked by the the Trank action, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna say he got away with it, but it's consistent. As scary as it is meant to
Yeah,
go
it
full.
is. It's consistent up until a certain point, and then it's like it's kind of hard to tell the tail end of that timing. Was it sometimes you'd get away, other times it's like nope, they don't care anymore about that.
I'm a professional. No need to worry.
Similar in-game time for both of them, but I think one major difference is that Observer is closer to the office, but I don't think he went back to get the Burial Jaggers. It might be an isolation and then just run down to get the item.
Yeah, it was a bit of a backtrack. MrMike didn't really lose any extra time for getting Mateo's discs either.
Observer already got the dagger as well. Okay, then was because of course if it's the antique
It's gonna be
curved knife,
close.
then
I'm
you could bring
photo
it in
finish right
loadout.
at the start. I'm quitting. Let's find another admin.
I saw Mike pick up the dagger, but yeah, I didn't see Observer. Of course, they're so similar. Of course, they likely did the same things. And for the office isolation, one difference here is that Mike doesn't have the cameras disabled, so those bodies will be found after a couple of seconds.
Yeah, he has to kill the cameras before it swings. Ooh, nice toss there. Athena flies out.
That's
Disc
brilliant. There was the prompt there, so he has the chance to get it. But that
Oh,
first
yep, that's the
guard.
cameras.
Yeah. it's when you think it's safe because it's not instant. The bodies are not found instantly in those cameras, and then you have this false sense of security that no one else will investigate. But after 10 seconds, it will be the case there.
Yeah, the thing with those cameras are they don't notify you sometimes finding the bodies because all those things are happening around it. So it was found pretty much when the camera saw it right away as it was swinging, and then it sent out the guard immediately. But yeah, no indication, and then you get that one camera is one of the hardest things to worry about. That's why people bring EMPs and such.
And that appears to be the one decisive moment of this map, as the observer is already out with the first try. Apologies for missing that burial Jagger. I thought this would be a bit more interesting with some back and forth there, but observer with a very optimized 3:28 first try, less than 4.5 minutes into the run. He has 2 points already. But not much will happen in the next 4.5 minutes. Maybe we get the spin going, but Santa Fortuna coming up next, the longest map in the trilogy. And will be a very interesting fight, even though it's observer's pick, so you could imagine that he might have the advantage there, but lots can happen there, of course. It should be at 8 past the hour, so just under 3 minutes from now. And observer saying in chat that RR gets him absolutely shaking, and it's not his first match and not even his first tournament, but I think those nerves are really, really hard to get away from. I think Santa Fortuna will be a very interesting case of the different styles these players have. I do have Observer as a more methodical player as well, but I think the pioneer of that genre has been MrMike, who hasn't really played a lot lately, but I think if we would ask a lot of long-time players who would be the player with the fewest restarts, it would be MrMike, so Santa Fortuna definitely suits him there. And then there's the case of the actual styles during Santa Fortuna, because Mike might have been someone with a more traditional strats, but Observer is one of the few who I would not be surprised to see the Red Fox strat right off the bat, which we will break it down if it comes to that, but the gist of it is that Rico can be isolated on a bridge in front of his mansion, and of course that's speeding up a lot of spins there.
Yeah, I saw that whenever he shared it. It was very interesting and I actually mean that in a way that it is interesting, not just have lack of words. Because Rico had this, mansion starts. That one makes it so effective. You can do it for any strats, really, that you can knock him out. And, like, suits now viable for Rico. You can do an early suit kill for him. Fall is easy.
I believe falling object is the only accident that you can't really get there, of course. I think Consume Poison is not viable for him. Drowning, of course, it's not working there for him. But so many kills you can make it work there. And just really powerful strategy, which for one, I'm really happy to see. Santa Fortuna has already been about a map with the different strategies, but one more I don't think can hurt at all.
Yeah, Santa Fortuna has been broken down a lot since last tournament when Random broke the 10-minute barrier.
The last map to do so, yeah.
This one's pretty, I don't know, not so back and forth, but really easy Rico kill here. Not a suit one, explosive accident as the Hippo Whisperer, explosive weapon as the Street Soldier for Jorge, another remote kill, and Barber Razor as the sub crew for Andrea.
Yeah, the fact that this is 2 remote kills actually
There's
throws out
potential.
most of the meta kills out of the way, yeah. Jorge explosive weapon, you can start there as mentioned stuff and get a peekaboo and the first ISO a minute in. Hippo Whisperer, of course, you can do so many from even mentioned stuff start. You can have a quick isolation, or you can toss in the meaty bone for a quick lure there next to the Hippo Whisperer. But the fact that all of these are remote kills, it doesn't really even matter where you isolate. You could just have a propane there.
Yeah, if you catch Rico on the outside of the mansion, you can just drive by him as well. Also, probably means you need to bring like maybe 2 breachers. I don't think anybody wants to use a loud one on Jorge.
Yeah, except if he would be the last kill. I guess we will see. Not really sure about that. And we can already see the different approaches. Mike starting with the Seeker, the traditional tried and tested start for Jorge, and there will be the breacher as the pillow, which I like really, as the saying there. First kill setup, and Observer already going Red Fox thread there with the Seeker and the bullet distraction first. A couple interesting points there. Just very quickly, if that the explosion accident can be the car for Rico. Don't really see that though with the mentioned stuff start. And then it will be interesting to see how they get the Barber Razor, which is a bit out of the way for Andrea.
Restart from Mike got spotted by one of the local field workers. Observer didn't get Rico to look towards him for the peekaboo that would put him into the zone where you seek him and he goes outside. Replan for both. Well, Mike with the quick restart, but Observer is shuffling his inventory. Oh, he's starting the submarine now. Red Fox strat tossed out the window.
Gave it one try.
And so is the submarine. Just that thing's gone.
Oh, for sure. Proxy concussion device. We'll never get used to the new outlines, but that will get rid of the Rico at least. At least him walking, it will be KO. I'm not exactly sure if the Barber Razor is unique or uniquely viable, but I do think that it's very likely that he has to go to the mansion. I don't think there's a secondary Barber Razor that he can get, sadly.
No, I always make fun of it, is that the barber shop doesn't have a Barber Razor, but Hector has the singular Barber Razor in the town. And he's hoarding it, so.
Yeah, not sure why. He has to keep that.
Yeah, it logically doesn't make any sense, but maybe it's a game design thing that's beyond all of our...
Probably just like that. Mike, minute 20 in. Jorge isolated, and he's looking to get the KO on this guard. And that will give him access to the mansion area, and from there, there's a lot of options that he can do, from Rico isolation downstairs, upstairs, or Hippo.
Yeah, Rico is currently outside. Would have been a good timing to have right now, but unfortunately it's not the case. Looks like he's gonna go for a Seeker. It's interesting, I guess he wants to delay him. Or, oh, that's a running shot. I don't know if he hit that. I have audios disabled.
That looked like a miss there from the arc. So sadly we'll have to be a Hippo Whisperer grab first. Luckily for him, the Whisperer is allowed downstairs, so if he's quick enough with the disguise, shouldn't be a huge problem to toss the propane there, although we can now see the Whisperer going back down.
Yeah, even though there's only one guard here, he's an enforcer. Just managing 2 people in this area can become overwhelming due to timing reasons.
Sadly, neither of them are targets, otherwise you would be very happy to get one KO seen by the other, and then the other. Apparently that was heard. Now that's surprising to me, but should be nice isolation there, although by the time Mike gets disguised and gets back up to the mansion, it will be 4 minutes-ish, and Rico will be upstairs.
Rico is... right now looks like he's in the balcony. Observer in the meantime has caught Andrea's timing inside the conference room and will be able to knock her out. And he gets his street soldier disguise as well.
Mike did hit the Seeker. Now, that's very surprising to me given what I've seen on the left side.
He's in the bathroom, not the balcony?
Yeah, bathroom upstairs, and he's
yeah.
finishing the animation now. Going to be close to that 60-second mark, and he's just passing it. I'm not sure how reckless he wants to be, but looks like he will get in with a huge peekaboo.
He's got to do whatever he wants to do real fast because somebody's chasing him in. Oh, he opened the door. Did he see? He didn't see.
Crime noticed, but
crime
only
notices
by
Rico. Yeah. Somebody's running, though, because somebody hurt that punch. The walls are thin like paper over there.
Oh my god, he can get away with this one. But
he's coming in.
But you can't...
No, you can't do that.
Depends, I would say. If it was the other corner, then I would say that it's a certain body fun. I think there is a chance here, a very small chance. Oh my goodness.
We won't know until it's too late. Oh my jeez, what just happened there?
I would be the first one to say that that's a rip, but the way Rico was tucked halfway behind the toilet and that he grabbed the guard from the other side, I give it a high percentage as well, but I would only give it 100. I think we can believe in miracles.
Well, I hope so, because that would make it very interesting, because the boring thing expected is that he saw the body, and I guess we'll find out. But that's amazing. The two people were attracted to that. And if he gets away with both of them not seeing Rico.
Yeah, the chances of both succeeding at the same time is incredibly low, but amazing if it works out. He wants to delay it a bit more by... I think he's looking for something. I guess there's the propane at least. And the kill. Red gun, sadly.
Yeah. So that was a scene because part of his body was, I don't know how the toilet object is hitboxes in terms of it being a barrier, but not much of a problem for MrMike in this case because Observer has just replanned. He's going back to suit again. He's kind of tossing between the strategies now.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if, of course, we are seeing Red Fox again. And I think that was one of the main differences, that he wanted one more firearm there. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Seeker was missing from Observer's inventory. He was at the hippo area, but not quite ripping there, so I think he realized it midway. And that some items not going to be working out. The explosive weapon, well, I mean, in its own roundabout way, this could be no loadout with the car bomb from the armory, and then of course the propane kill on Rico, but there's just so many items that you would rather have in the inventory.
Observer gets a good head movement from Rico there, so he'll be able to do the Seeker. Oh, running shot, did that one hit? I guess it did. He's unconcerned about that one, so definitely hit it.
That looked a bit more promising than the Mike's shot, but I guess it's tradition for this match now that all the Seekers have to be on running targets and have to look close. And I think I can see it now. Yes, there was the empty circle, and he will walk all the way out here to get those 3 KOs there.
Mike not really gonna be deviating from his strats. He had a solid idea. Obviously, you don't know what he was gonna do for Andrea, but well, attempting that Seeker shot again to isolate, but a much safer angle this time. Target approaching towards the dart, hits it.
Still so far away, and moving target. It's like it's not to discourage him, it's just to concern us with the close calls, but that's definitely hit. And well, he's a bit quicker here, and the guards are looking away from him. If he doesn't rustle the bushes too much, then he can get this grab really quickly. And
yeah, that's much cleaner, and won't have to do at least the knockout part. He might still have to dodge the mansion staff there.
Yeah, that's likely there. 2 NPCs trespassing area. Although now
he went. He actually hit it in a better bathroom because he hit him early.
Right.
Wow.
I wanted to say that in the previous round that if he hits the seeker shot before the
Oh.
center of the...
Hopefully this thing is okay. I was worried that this is too close to 47.
I think we could see some damage, some minimal. Yeah, the screen turned just a bit pink, and it's a huge whoosh, but gets away with it as well.
This.
Quite an adventure
same
for Mike.
story.
But
Yeah,
gets the
well,
first kill.
Observer, similar things, I guess. He's doing the Andreas at Rico.
Now it's Andrea for sure, and there's a silence pistol for the evidence. Can't get it first try or second try. Now triple shot will be tricky there, but if he gets out of the area, I think Andrea and Paula will be far enough away so that those bodies will not be found.
MrMike has the only barber razor acquired, so Santa Fortuna now has no barber razors.
47 has 100% of the barber razors there.
Yeah, not as if he didn't have enough money. Now he has a collector's item.
So I think Observer is looking for the village propane, yeah, which is going to be closest to Rico now, and that can't be anything but the final kill, followed by bus stop finish. But
yeah, I was wondering if MrMike's kill on Jorge is gonna be the last kill. He kind of put him out on the field there. I don't know if the Coca Field workers will hear that if he just pops it.
I'm worried about the breacher range. Yeah, it's quite large if it comes to just a regular audio distraction. It's as if you think the breacher kill is safe or free, but on certain balconies people can hear it, and sometime later you get the body found. Let's hope it's not the case for Mike here.
But yeah, I think he's gonna go for Jorge last anyways. It makes sense what he's doing. Take this sub crew to Andrea, and then you can get street soldiers.
Ooh,
Get how close to the guard he is, but he does not see it. This is amazing how this game works. It's like, nope, no one's around the corner.
That's partially lucky, but I just give it to Mike and his map knowledge, knowing he can sneak around here. He still needs a submarine crew with this distraction.
Yeah, kind of old at this point. Might be some leftover ghost mode knowledge, because if you played ghost mode on this map, this area was very relevant because targets would spawn here all the time.
Especially if you can get that early clear out there with the SMG you get from spawn, or from the first guard after spawn. It's the corner studio, but no one sees it, and important second disguise for Mike. With the whoosh there for a tiny bit of a moment, if Dave could have seen the body, then that's a run ripper.
It's gonna leave it there. I mean, I think it should be fine. No one turns the corner. I'm just not sure about the little gaps between the boxes there.
I'm just trying to figure out what the fly tipping achievement is, which Observer has made some progress toward. He wanted to get a seeker shot on Rico, or Jorge rather, couldn't get it. Now he's looking for a peekaboo but doesn't stand up. He really wants that seeker, and gets it, and it will be the Observer special. He likes this particular bathroom or toilet, which is not as easy as the other one.
Be a little hiding in the bushes there for him for a while. MrMike took out the cameras from the crew quarters down there. Again, interesting choice because you kind of have a free shot at Andrea's compound. And I say that because there was a bit of a struggle there. First shot kind of didn't hit, the door closed on him. Because if he was too close, he gets seen by the two guys watching TV.
But Mike makes it back. Once again, I'm not sure about the lethal melee. It's just going to be a weakness for me today. If he has the barber razor, I don't think he was Yes, he was in the room. You mentioned it, so now Mike.
Yeah, he has the only. That's why I say goofy stuff, so you remember.
That yeah, it's brilliant stuff. And great timing for Mike, as once the door closes, that's 1 KO and 1 kill.
Yeah, this is looking really good for Mike here. Last kill's already set up of Jorge. And there's the kill on Andrea. Nice. And the last disguise, pretty much under the coconut tree here.
Yeah, by far the easiest grab of this run.
You say that and he gets a side KO or something.
I have to, it's commentator's curse, always to reinforce it. Observer with all the distractions now, and chat has been mentioning it's not the greatest strat in itself, but Observer, I think, salvaged it. It could have been a bit of a whoosh there, but everyone is now out of the way and hidden. And with a Breacher, oh my goodness, that's a CX remote block. I guess that works too for the setup.
Yeah, that's the opposite of Breacher. Interesting choice from Observer over there. But MrMike is getting close to the bus stop. He's gonna pop it. Yet there is Jorge. Almost went to the bench there, but decided to take the bus instead. I don't think he could have waited there for too long, because that probably would have been hurt by the coca field workers.
Yeah, better not risk it. And as the clock hits 30 minutes to go, so 17 past, Mike wins Santa Fortuna and forces us a decider. We're going to Hokkaido. And Hokkaido itself being one of the OG maps, of course, every map is OG from at least the first 2 seasons, but it was in restricted decider pools in RS2 and 3. Mike has immense experience there. I've recorded 10 matches from the past, but he should have much more with those deciders and early matches, and mostly wins there, no doubt. So pressure is on Observer because, or I guess pressure is on MrMike as well, because he is considered to be a favorite here. But just one Hokkaido decides this winner's bracket round 1 match.
Deciders have no time limit, so I have to switch that actually.
Luckily we went back to that system. For a while we had a 60-minute timer on the deciders, and then if we get no finishes there, which happened once or twice, then another map would roll, which may or may not be even longer. But
yeah, potential of having what 14, 15 deciders in a row and still have no results.
Yeah, the score is 2-2, and we are on 7th decider in the 8th hour.
Yeah.
Luckily, not going to be the case here today. Speaking of no time deciders, the longest ever spin was done a year ago by Soviet Dubov and the buff guy, and they've played the long-awaited rematch after 1 year earlier today. So lots of little storylines here in the early rounds as well.
Yeah, Hokkaido, probably one of the fastest map, and from my experience in the previous tournament that I was part of, sort of, as an admin and host, whatever, Hokkaido seems to be a community favorite. So somehow, spins have gotten so closer, where 2 different spins achieved the same exact time. Pajero and Blythe shares the record, 3:25, and yeah, that's how often do you see that? Not often. Only Hokkaido has it, I think, for now. I think Dubai had it. Is it still the case?
Dubai had it before we found a way to, or I guess Mike found a way to show multiple names there, and Chris was cheated out of the tied record, but on our stats he and Nani were the tied leaders, but now Fenium holds it. But yeah, it happens on the shorter maps, and I think it's a really good showcase for Hokkaido that it's a short map, but with so many opportunities and so many approaches. We can see different strats all the time. I guess I keep on say stats. So it's quick, but
yeah,
not
different
too quick,
strats, same stat, but
Yeah, just like that. Minute and a half here, and definitely some tense moments. If they win this round, oh, it's still round 1 for them, but most of the matches start in round 2. And if they win that one, then from round 3 it is first to 6 points, and it's not as much pressure, I guess, on every single map because it's a longer matches. But Observer was the last to join and got the unlucky seed. It's random seed, but got unlucky first round draw.
Yeah, one of the, what is it, 2 round 1 matches you have to play?
Yeah, it's 34 players and 30 of them could start in round 2. Purple Key versus Goulet is one round 1 match, and MrMike versus the Observer is the other, at least on the PC side.
Observer expecting a shotgun spin, it looks like.
Yeah, in the garage it's a really specific spin with a Seeker, of course plenty of
I guess
disguises.
shotgun for Soders, yeah.
Yeah, probably you can get a quick Yuki kill with Emetic or Gondolaiso, and then the garage agency pickup is just set up on the way towards Soders. But will that be the case? Please run us down this final spin of the match and see if Observer is right or not.
Observer is not right. It's Eric Soder's electrocution as hospital director, Yuki with the Molotov as helicopter pilot. If anybody uses the barrel, I'll give them extra points.
You know, I was going to say before the match, not sure before going live or whenever, but I wanted to say that almost every match so far had one fire, and of course, like, it's stupid to blame it on statistics, but just can feel it that another fire is going to happen today. But here we have it, Yuki with actually multiple approaches, so if someone doesn't have the Molotov, then they can back it up, but hopefully they came prepared.
Yeah, MrMike banned the map Ambrose. Item bans is not a thing in this tournament.
Not here.
And so Molotov something you do have to get.
It's a good point by chat, and Mawashiro was the first pointed out. It's the identical Yuki kill to the only previous, or one of the previous Hokkaidos, fire as nails. So it's not only the fire that gets repeated, but it's disguise as well.
It's I don't know. I mean, I haven't looked into the codes of the hit maps, but it does say it's randomized. But maybe some kills are just favored with some disguises for certain targets. So maybe that's what's happening. Observer's gonna go for the Yuki isolation on the gondola platform with the audio distraction.
Which is going to be a loud finish to this spin. But if the bodyguards are hidden well, you can survive for those 3 seconds after the kill and before exiting.
Long shot Seeker on the director is a required kill disguise. MrMike trying to get that one early by Seeker him. This is very hard because you're surrounded by glass. You can see but get seen by people from above you as well as, yeah, target lockdown. That one was actually Yuki. Seeing a gun flash there.
Multiple shots there, and Yuki will be exiting. So if it was just a regular target with the regular target lockdown, then you could probably back it up if the director gets out of the way quick enough and his emetic shenanigans aren't nullified. But it was the case, so Mike has to replan.
Yeah, I think Observer's approach is a bit more solid here because he's going for it. The director kind of stuck in his place anyways, so taking the long shot and a safer shot on him is more effective with Yuki already isolated, because I don't know what his plan is for Yuki. As you start default, you kind of get an accelerated Yuki there.
Oh, now that's nice for MrMike. Multiple things going on there. The bump and into the drop, and then the quick detonation will not only make this illegal action not illegal or not called out by anyone, but the director will be walking just a bit faster without this sick animation. And there's these guys already, and electrocution. I guess if I paid more attention to observer side, and now we can answer this, you do need at least one key hacker. Because I'm pretty sure you can get to Kai as a director, but not this particular room.
Yeah, that one is reserved for the surgeons. I'll wait for the defibrillator to get ready, and
I think that was
ready
early.
it is.
Oh, it wasn't early. I was... So my cue is the countdown going on, and I just didn't see the visual cue there, but... We didn't have sound on observer's side, or I didn't choose to have sound for him. But that's a solid first kill, and just nails needed, and yeah, wall bangs or sauna isolation, a couple possible approaches for observer, but of course he already did the gondola ISO.
Yeah, we'll be curious how fast that is going to be, because the sauna is obviously a 430, and by the time you get nails and go up there, it's gonna be definitely longer than that.
Especially if this guy's grab gets tricky. After Soldiers dies, all the NPCs in the hospital area change their cycles, especially some of the guards, and some of them will leave this area. And we can already see the chief surgeon going up there, which is one queue there, and we can see 2 more guards, and Niaz is just not isolated at all.
Yeah, and I don't know if the chief surgeon comes back out now that Soders is dead, because he doesn't have to perform a surgery anymore.
Quick replan for MrMike there, and the only thing he replanned for, he had still green guns, is to get more, or get any key hackers. And that's the big seeker shot for observer. I don't see the animation changing there. That would have been so big for him.
Yeah, that's a tough shot to take, especially he's above. I don't know how high you have to. With all those guards, that's also going to be difficult. Yeah, 3 guards here, that along with nails.
Observer though has the backup for the backup, and wants to get the thrown distraction downstairs or floor below. I don't think this floor will work for him anymore, because there are just so many guards around. I think it's just best to let this one flow naturally and let the guards investigate first, and of course KO them as they come, and eventually Nails will be the only one in range.
Yeah. That one is hurt by the gardener. Gotta get rid of him.
NPCs, yeah.
Oh, he's not willing to knock anybody else out, it seems like. Yep, that one's gonna get hurt by another guard, because... Yeah.
Of course it's not impossible, but he has to be precise so that only Nails is in range. Of course he has a couple steps of separation from the other guards.
It's gonna be difficult with the gardener up, because the gardener might just cover the rest of the audio range on the backside.
Tough planning there, 6 minutes into his run, 7.5 into the decider. Of course you don't want to restart there, even if you are really tempted after missing that seeker shot, which would have been such a convenient disguise grab. It's going to go the long way around now.
Going for his stash here is, if it's a dart gun, then he gets his seekers back. No, it's a pistol.
Close enough. Silence pistol, very versatile item. But it just turns your thrown distraction into bullet distraction, which I'm going to be all too different. But think of Paris, Dahlia, balcony. You can probably mix and match those distractions well and get nails down quick enough, quicker than MrMike, who is now 3 minutes into his run and will get the soda skill.
Oh, he's get the Hitman doors going on.
Lucky for him, it's not crucial there, just slows him down by a couple seconds. 1 kill to go for MrMike, but 1 kill to go for Observer as well. And how about that heli pilot grab?
Yet another guard to get rid of. Yeah, Nails is gonna order him around. It's gonna be tough. He's gotten one of them downstairs. MrMike well ahead of the Yuki sauna isolation with the dart gun in his hand. Probably the other seeker dart that he intended to plan on using on the director at first and switch to the remote emetic.
Oh boy, Observer. Desperation attempt. 3 shots for the guards. I'm not sure how this one will go. Because the shot wasn't too far away from the heli, and don't expect the pilot to be too far away. So now it's on MrMike to conclude this isolation. But no disguise here just yet.
He's leaving her now. The other guard, is he not gonna go in there?
I wish I knew that.
I know, I wish I did too.
The sauna kept surprising me lately.
Something to keep in the back of your mind.
Yeah. And Observer gives up on the run. Just 8 minutes and 51 out the window.
Yeah, I think the only options left there is what you said, is whittle down the guards one by one and then just eventually get Nails. I think that probably would have been still faster, but that obviously kind of screws everything up in your thought process, so he probably thinks a fresh start is better.
But what has just finished on the right hand side will begin on the left hand side, as MrMike has no heli pilot and we can see him in the same position with the same guards. The one difference is I think Mike does not have a seeker or any darts remaining. He has used the 2 calmers. And that's about it.
Who opts to go for a Gardner distraction at the fire barrel.
That's a good first step, and Mike just scares me at every pause. But he will face the same issue, multiple question marks, and Nails will be the last one to investigate.
He might have a better luck, but Nails currently is the further away. You probably need him close to the helicopter. Even then, what happens if you don't have darts? Tries it again. Yep, 3 question marks. It's the exact same thing.
This is incredible. And the same challenge that both players are facing, and there's just so many steps to this one. If Mike can get this challenge right in the next 4 to 5 minutes, then of course he wins the map. If he has to restart, then it's Observer's turn to win. It's Observer's map to lose. But and I think this is where he goes now. I think he wants to secure these guys first. Oh no, he's going back to the basement. But I wanted to say that...
I thought so too. Because yeah, I think that would be the ideal thing to do without having to worry about... And have Nails go up and down as part of his cycles as an option.
Yeah, it would have been chaining things together really nicely. Observer though has at least a seeker, as MrMike also gives up, and now a 2-minute lead for Observer. Wow.
MrMike can still come back from this if he decides to turn around and do what we just said. Go for Nails first before taking out Soders.
That's the thing that can speed this one up. Who will spend more time? Because so far they are set on the Eric kill first, and then getting heli pilot will be a delay. But if you get the disguise first, then of course you get some back and forth with the disguise, but after the first kill you can gain so much time.
Honestly, the fire barrel, I made the joke in the beginning of the run. You set that up in the beginnings to do the little cigarette thing, it might just be a nice little delayed kill too. Don't have to worry about Yuki at all.
Yeah, it also works, yeah. It would be the second time today that miraculous fire kill is not done by the Molotov, and Curry got an incredible Don Yates kill with the Gaucho fire balloons.
Yeah, that one was crazy. Just drags him. I saw the comment all across Argentina, but this one you can make her walk across Japan, so don't have to do as much work. And it's a kind of a cool intended fire kill. It's has really never been used because fire was banned because of the complicated setup. But changing plans for Observer, he's gonna go for a seeker shot. He needs to reload the gun, but then Nails moves.
It's a huge shot for Observer. He didn't like shooting from above, but shooting from behind. There's this helicopter and 5 guards in the vicinity.
Should be okay to hit the leg there.
And he did.
It's a huge breakthrough.
Especially with Mike restarting by running into the enforcers in the morgue.
Yeah, that just swayed the thing straight into the... It's his map to lose now. It came in a lot earlier than we expected it to, especially with the seeker shot hitting and then Mike just getting spotted. Where is he gonna go now? He
Okay, now that's...
might be right under the camera. Under the camera, I think.
Oh, if that's the case.
He's not going up the mountain path. He's going down under the camera, right by the selectite.
And he's just going to
Yes.
kill him here with the roaming doctor nearby and the roaming security guards coming up here. This is crazy.
He's dragging him up.
And
he's got to drag him a lot.
The doctor, no.
Oh my god.
He was so close. He got the seeker shot, and I think he was himself relieved that he maybe have the finish. And I think we were kind of thinking that this is game. I hope I didn't say it 1 for 1, but it looked over. But it's never until you get the last kill, and it's a loud Yuki kill at the finish. So not even the disguise is enough. You have to finish it off completely.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a close quarters fire kill, and a loud one at that.
Which puts Mr. Mike in the lead. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Slight lead for Mr. Mike, but again, it all falls apart when you go to get Nails. And Observer had a change in his strategy, which was good to see. So hopefully we'll see Mr. Mike, which looks like he is swapping the disguise. He's gonna attack Nails right away, and forgo Yuki for now, I think.
Yep, clearing this area. I think he really wants to hide at least one more body in here. Mike has the Trank, and I think with 2 bullets, but even if he wants to go save... Oh, and okay, I think this was the Chief Surgeon going away, and yeah, there's Nails, but there's also this Gardener, just wants to get things trickier. Luckily, Nails self-isolates.
He's not waiting around. He's gonna go for the Trank.
No, he's not.
He's not gonna save it. He wants to reach Yuki on time still, I think. That's the reason he's just expediting it. But that's a huge turning point, because that's the first time somebody's done something drastically different for Nails that actually worked.
That's green gun for Mike, and he's safely away. Now he can still change back to the hospital director, but now he's going to be tight on time. As you said, I think going Yuki first at this time would have been also advantageous.
That's an interesting choice, because I think just the time you take to run up there and set yourself up for it. Yeah, it's 3 minutes now. See, now there's gonna be a struggle to find Yuki, but let's see how he gets that. Molotov is illegal to carry, so you can't walk around with it.
Luckily, it's concealable just as easily, but there's still the agency pickup there for Mike. It's 3:18 now. I think he just wanted to get rid of the cameras and now turns back for Nails and the sauna. Wow. What a route, but he will get it in time. Just so scary to see. tiny chest passing area for a little whoosh, but he's en route. Now did he start? He did start default, so now the 3:45 is basically sauna time. This will still be tight for Mike. Can't believe it, it's not over.
Yeah, she's right in front of the door now, so only one dart. He has to deal with the guard. I'm sure the door is... He doesn't have access as nails in that room. Oh, he's going for the trank first.
What an angle
Guard
to do it from.
Ignores the gunshot her, because he could have easily just turned around and compromised.
And I'm just checking the minimap if that second guard is going to be any issue, because Yuki has spent some time in this room right now, but looks fine. Looks set up. Yuki's KO'd, and unless the Molotov locks on her head, it is going to be a fire kill. Just don't kill yourself. That has a huge range. Mr. Mike, don't die. He won't and gets
He's
the
got
first
the accident kill. Yeah, that's the first kill. Oh, what was that? Wait, who's this?
What
is going on? Oh, I know. That's the guard inside the thing. He's the guard inside the inside the box.
And
that's... I've seen that happen with electrocutions, but that's the first time I've seen it with fire. He's fine. It's just a visual thing.
He's just a little burnt, but he will be fine. He will crawl back into that box soon enough and go back to sleep.
And be knocked out. Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry about him. For both Mr. Mike and everybody else, this match has just gotten so much better and better as we go through Hokkaido.
This is incredible. 20 minutes into the Hokkaido decider, you get the Yuki kill and see that. What do you think, Mr. Mike, at that point?
I'm so glad he didn't restart, because at the moment I saw it, I'm like, what is that? I thought a guy from the sauna, because he had no clothes on. This is just...
Now, Matty Spice, oh my god, with the best call ever, because you can see Observer getting the disguise and apparently got the whole first kill in time, and if he jacks these bodies around, Observer will still snatch this victory from Mike. And this all happened in the 30 seconds of madness during the Yuki isolation. Observer got the soldier's kill and went for the helipilot and got it really quickly. And I'm
just gotta deal with the other two guards, so do something about that. One dart.
That will clear the area just as nicely. If he gets the prompt, he does. And that's everyone isolated on the gondola. There's the Molotov and the same issue there. Don't get the lock on. And that's the green gun exit. Observer is out already. And 47 seconds countdown. Observer, for him it will be painful. For GKPunk, agonizing, because if it is within that limit, then we will have a photo finish. But we got that finish.
It will be.
Oh my god. If Mike's exiting heli, then it's going to be really close, and we can
27 seconds apart.
Oh
I quit.
Oh my god.
Oh,
no.
Jesus Christ. 22-minute decider with every single thing that can possibly happen goes to the decider and goes to the photo finish.
That is incredible. What did we watch in the past 25 minutes? And it will technically end in a photo finish. I can't blame Mike for wanting to see this one out, but it's PC. It's 47 seconds. It's several restarts each. Mike has to have a really low-end PC, which he doesn't, to get close, let alone overtake Observer. It is 47-second win, and I think there is the official resignation from Mr. Mike, at least from this match. He waves rights from this photo finish and hands the win to Observer. What a match. It's hard to say who had more restarts. You guys would say Mike had a lot more, because I would say that both of them, or like PG says that PG says that Mike would need 10 more restarts to make it competitive, right? Because Mike did not have early restart spam. So it is the Observer win, as it should be after, if the photo finish would be counted, and there's the final results.
Yeah, that's well, now we know why people like Hokkaido so much.
And the fire kill just keeps delivering. I'm not sure if I can handle this for 3.5 weeks, every match having one fire kill, but if this is what we're gonna see every single time, Curry's attempt and this decider, then I guess it can stay. We can tolerate it.
Well, they put it in there to throw in, just toss it up, or whatever. Like, you know, make new strats, new runs. Definitely has produced so far. I've never seen anybody drag a target across half the map before.
Oh my.
Not like that.
Roulette Rivals 9 is starting strong, and I guess I have to interact with this page again, but I've already found out that this is the second match of the tournament, or like match number 2 according to challenge. Observer winning it 2 maps to 1. He will face Matty Spice in round 2. As for MrMike, he will face the loser of match number 9, which is some random person versus Frivolous. Oh my. From a 4.5 minute New York, we went to the whole hour and went as far as the best of 3 can go, including a long Hokkaido finish, and we finally got the ending here. And just going to double check here, but I think we are just perfectly in time for I Like Hitman versus the Reaper 47, which is going to be casted by Barbecue at the hour, so in 5 minutes just gives us enough time to recap this match. And GKPunk, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, welcome to Roulette Rivals 9. That's my thoughts. That was an awesome match. I definitely woke up after that one. So thanks for that match, both of these guys. I don't know if that's good exciting or bad exciting in terms of fire. I know it's exciting for the viewers, but it's a lot of stress for the players to figure out those fire kills.
And it might be different in a week or two after everyone sees a fire kill on a target, and then we will see these jets trend towards there.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see more like through the wall stuff. That's what I want to see.
I think it will happen soon enough, and that will also be exciting to see. But what a match, and I am really glad that you are awake now properly, but for the fact that you woke up for this match, or I guess woke up early enough to see this match. And thank you again for co-casting with me and adminning this match.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate that. That was a lot of fun, as usual.
I couldn't
Thanks
agree
for
more.
hosting it.
Yeah, no worries. My pleasure. And yeah, you can see more matches today, tonight, etc. So let's continue our continuous coverage of Roulette Rivals 9 with the Reaper versus I Like Hitman, casted by Barbecue in a couple minutes. See you guys soon.